All right, get ready to dive deep, because today we're talking about something that's more than just a holiday treat. We're talking about the alluring scent of candy cans.
That's right.
We're surrounded by holiday scents this time of year, but what is it about this particular aroma
Right.
that makes it so captivating?
Yeah.
And why does it stick with us long after the decorations are packed away?
It's pretty fascinating.
It really is. So today, we are going to try to unpack the psychology and the science behind the irresistible scent of candy canes.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting to kind of think about how powerful scent is
Totally.
in general,
Mm.
because it really can just transport us back to a specific moment in time like nothing else can.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
It's so true.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of the candy cane aroma, the source material we're looking at describes candy cane fragrance oil, the stuff that goes in candles, as having this really interesting mix.
Yeah.
They call it sharp peppermint, crisp sugar, and get this, evoking seasonal bliss.
Bliss, yeah.
So break that down for us. Like, how do those individual elements work together?
Well, I think if you think about like peppermint on its own,
Okay.
it's often associated with like freshness,
Sure.
like a kind of invigorating feeling, even like a little coolness.
Yeah, I get that.
And then you layer on a sweetness of sugar, right?
Okay.
And it usually makes us think of, pleasure,
Sure.
comfort, things like that. And so our brains kind of blend those sensations together
Oh.
and create a really complex experience that's both stimulating and soothing at the same time.
Wow, I never thought about it that way, but it's true. It's like it wakes you up, but it also calms you down.
Yeah.
There's something very, very particular about that. But here's what I find really interesting. The source material talks about this scent being super festive, obviously,
Right.
but it's something that they say people want to enjoy all year round.
Right.
So why is that? Why isn't this just a Christmas smell?
Well, I think that's where the psychology of association comes into play.
Okay.
For a lot of us, candy canes are connected to, like, you think about childhood holidays,
Yeah.
family gatherings, maybe getting to eat a special treat.
Oh, totally.
Those kinds of positive memories,
Yeah.
they get hardwired to certain
Yeah.
scents. So even if it's, July and you get a whiff of candy cane, it can almost like mentally teleport you.
It's so true. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like just the other day, I smelled sunscreen.
Right.
And it took me right back to being like 8 years old
Yeah.
on a beach trip with my family.
Yeah.
It's wild how powerful that is. But I'm guessing it's not just me, right?
Oh, no.
It can't be. So does everyone have like the same reaction to a scent like candy cane? Or does it really vary?
I think it can be very personal because it really depends on your own individual experiences.
That makes sense.
So what might trigger like intense nostalgia for one person, might mean absolutely nothing to somebody else.
Okay, that's really interesting. So we've established that this scent, this candy cane scent, is powerful.
Powerful stuff.
But I'm curious, does the way we experience it, like, does it hit different if it's a candle versus like a diffuser or even straight up essential oil? What's the deal with different formats?
Yeah, I think that's a great point because the format really does influence kind of how intense the scent is and also how long it lingers in the air.
Okay.
So for example, like a candle will release its fragrance kind of gradually
Right.
as the wax melts,
Makes sense.
whereas a diffuser will usually provide kind of a more constant aroma, because it's just sort of out there.
Right. It's a slow, steady release.
Exactly. But then there's also like, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but the ritual of it, like the act of lighting a candle, with the flickering flame.
Yeah, there's something about that for sure.
That adds a whole other layer to the experience,
Yeah.
and it can make it even more immersive, I think.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think there's like an ambiance that comes with a candle that you don't necessarily get with other formats.
Exactly.
So it sounds like, to wrap this up, the allure of candy cane, it's not just about like tasting something sweet.
No.
It's more than just a holiday treat, right?
More.
It's really this complex aroma that has the power to like unlock memories
Yeah,
and affect our emotions.
exactly. And it makes you wonder what other everyday scents, that we encounter all the time have that kind of hidden power.
That's such a good question to leave people with. It's true. It could be anything.
It really could.
Yeah,
So pay attention. You might be surprised.
I love that. You might be surprised by the memories and feelings that come rushing back with just like one little whiff.
One whiff.
Well, on that note, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Thanks for joining us and exploring the surprising power of candy cane scent.
Thank you.